Hello students, I am A.P. Sinha, University Professor of History. Today my lecture is on the application aspects of the battles of Plassey 1757 and Buxar 1764, which might have been done hundreds times. Let us do it again, differently, for those who think different. The method which I have adopted to explain the application aspect of the two battles, Plassey and Buxar, is in objective mode. In the background of geographical scenario, economic survival and urge of the main actors, the English or the natives, native Nawab, rulers involved, and how and in what way it shaped the contemporary politics of India, the smaller one, the larger map, and elsewhere. If this India invited intruders because of her vast wealth as propagated by the travels of Marco Polo, first of all, credit must be given to those intruders, especially England and France, for surviving adventurous voyages across the Atlantic via Cape of Good Hope to India, which took almost 4 to 6 months depending on the weather and speed of the ship. At home front, at that point of time, India was in a state of fragmentation. There was nothing like Indianness. There was country within a country, province within a province, family within a family. That is why Mir Jafar, who was the brother-in-law of Siraj-ud-Daulah, the Bengal Nawab at the time of Plassey, behaved otherwise for personal gains. The unifying central command was not visible, as the authority of the great Mughal Empire had shrunken, correspondingly increasing the nefarious activities of ambitious regional powers. In other words, this India, was wide open for the brave adventurers to fish in the troubled waters of the place concerned. The British succeeded in outmaneuvering the other colonial powers, such as the Portuguese, with whom by tactical marriage alliance gained Bombay in 1662. The Dutch had shifted their interest in the spice trade of Malaysia, Indonesia, and now only the French remained. The French supported Siraj-ud-Daulah, the Nawab of Bengal, in Plassey, in a mirror of their European rivalry with the English. 7-year war was going on in Europe, and as an extension of it, sent a small contingent of French troops from Chandarnagar, just down of Plassey, only to be defeated. And the Carnatic Wars 1746-63 in the south of India, which was a series of military and diplomatic conflicts between the French and the English East India Company in India, fought within the territories of the Mughal Empire, Mughal India, with the assistance of various fragmented polities loyal to different parties, resulted in the victory of the English, company finally sealing the hope of the French in India. The internal politics of hate, jealousy, and treachery of Bengal Nawabs and their officials gave Palasi 1757 to the English company, where the shrewd planning of Robert Clive was in force, and later the combined forces of three northern powers of India, the refugee Bengal Nawab Mir Qasim, Suja Udaulah, the Awadh Nawab, and the not so powerful Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II were thoroughly outbeaten in Buxar, virtually abdicating and giving political space to a distant foreign power, foreign company, English East India Company, to call the shots in India. These two battles, Palasi and Buxar, together marked the beginning of the systematic economic exploitation of India, starting with the grant of Diwani in 1765, Diwani rights, creating a buffer state of Awadh, ruling without day-to-day responsibility, the dual system of administration, to the establishment of Regulating Act in 1772 and a series of acts and laws ending with the Indian Independence Act of 1947. So, students, the British story in India, which had begun with the coming of trade masters and explorers like Thomas Roe and Hawkins in the court of Jahangir in 1616, after crossing the turbulent seas, ended in initiation in political mastery with Palasi and Buxar, whose results proved that quality, technology, strategy, and skill always proves superior to mere numbers of people. The exploitation of our Indian empire made the English a major stockholder and political power from North America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, and also over different seas because of her naval power. Palasi and Buxar, I repeat, proved to be the precursor of the phrase, "The sun never sets in the British Empire." Thanks.